Yeah, just talked to Joe, talked to Coach Pushes, Coach Chiswick about the battle that you guys came into camp with. Apparently Joe's the clear number one now. You're the two, but you're still going to get on the field. You're still going to play. What's happened in camp? What did Joe do you think, to kind of get a little edge on you?
One thing I think that he's extremely good at is, grasping the concepts fast.
You want to move over here? The sun's right in your eyes.
Yeah.
This is good. That's why I don't want the sun to be in your eyes.
One thing that I think Joe's extremely a talent that he's blessed with is understanding stuff fast. Taking things from the meeting room and transition to the field is something that he's good at, something that I struggle with. So I think he picked up on things a lot faster than I did. But I'm still gonna get on the field, still gonna get to play. It definitely relieves a lot of pressure on me. So I'm able to play free. I'm not so focused on the battle or whatever. So
isn't it something he struggled with last year?
I think it was. I think it was. But I mean, I can't honestly say that because he helped me out.
Well, that's the thing, because what Coach Push has said is of all the guys on defense, the slate was wiped clean with a new staff and a new scheme. That he probably took most advantage of it because maybe with the previous staff, they had preconceived notions at some point, or they thought a certain way about him, and maybe it was part of the culture that you guys had on defense last year, which a lot of guys have talked about being an issue. And he's taken advantage of everything being new. Can you learn from that, seeing what a guy like that's done, turn himself around from a year ago, not getting that much playing time, and you surged ahead of him during the course of the season to now what he's been able to do?
Yeah. Definitely, me and him talked. We actually had a conversation a couple days ago about it. Me struggling with, comprehending some of the defensive stuff. And he said that he could completely relate to it because he kind of dealt with it last year. But he's definitely, he's a great guy. I like talking to him, and I'm learning a lot from him day in and day out.
When you got that time, I think it was the Miami game was when you really started playing a lot. You had a touchdown that game. What was that process going from only getting on the field a little on some special teams, not getting really many defensive snaps, to suddenly getting in there and getting a lot of reps the last several
I can honestly say that I didn't always know what I was supposed to do. I just happened to be in the right place at the right time in a lot of those instances. With the touchdown that I had, I was actually supposed to be covering that guy that was going to the flats, but because Mikey got the sack, the quarterback dropped the ball out and it bounced out in that area, I was able to, So that's something that not too many people know. Me and my mom actually talked about that the other day. But
but there's something to say about being back in that fortuitous battle.
Yeah, I definitely learned a lot. Last year, the defense was really cloudy in what your responsibilities were, and one thing that I was able to translate from high school to college was see the ball, get the ball. And I think that's something that I'm really good at is, figuring out where the ball is and going to get the ball carrier.
How much do you think things are a little bit easier for you now? Because when you started last year, it was a very difficult, complicated scheme. Everyone said the heads were spinning at times, to a simplified scheme that you have now.
It's simplified. One thing that I'm struggling with now is the details of things. What we do against different looks, different motions, pullers, and how that changes our job. Different calls that we get from the secondary, or different calls that I get from the mic. So that's stuff that I'm trying to kind of put together and kind of help me play better than I did last year.
Well, you're still going to get on the field, so every time you do that, there's an opportunity.
Right.
So you've got 12 plus opportunities this year.
Yeah. And I look forward to all of them. I'm blessed to play this game every day. I'm blessed to come out here and practice with the guys that I love, the guys that I care about. When I get on the field, I make the best of it.
Seems to me like you and Joe get along great.
Yeah.
Sometimes there are battles in camp where you guys don't get along. We see all the fights in the NFL going on right now. You guys seem to have a lot of respect for each other.
That's my guy. I definitely care about Joe. He's definitely a great guy. He's helped me a lot, and I continue to learn from him.